Oh hey, making your famous PB&Js?
Oh yeah. Want to see how the sausage is made?
Huh, hey, 100%.
Come on over, I'll show you. So first we're starting with some bread.
Does it matter, whole grain, sourdough, honey wheat?
Either works, but today we're going with wheat. Next, a butter knife along with some peanut butter and jelly. Next, you'll need the banana. We'll be using the butter knife from earlier to cut it up into slices.
Okay.
After that, it's seasoning time.
Duh, of course.
You'll need paprika, garlic, and onion powder along with cumin and thyme. Now to make sure it's not too dry, you'll want your juices. I'm talking orange, apple, grape, and mango. Now you'll need a hand grenade, but don't pull the pin quite yet. First, you'll need to summon Lucifer himself. Now this is only legal in 34 countries, so you're gonna want to consult your regional laws. Make sure to remove any Funko Pops from the home as not to upset the jelly. Make sure not to cut your finger off quite yet. You'll need to save that for the end.
Yeah, I normally keep that out of the mail.
Do you own a home? Next, you'll need to complete the Halo 2 Lasso Challenge on 2-player. You'll need to pull out a mortgage. If you don't have a demon heart, a good substitute is a Code Red Mountain Dew. If you feel racist undertones from your sandwich, you'll need to throw it away and start over. Play Baby Got Back on the ukulele. At this point, you're going to want to call Saul. And as everyone knows, that PB&J's favorite music is from Ariana Grande. Let the sandwich know you're an ally. If your sandwich doesn't respond to smut, you've done something wrong. Summon Exodia. Now this is the part where you need the medical report for Schrodinger's cat.
So, what'd you think? 10 out of 10.
Hello family, I'm your cousin Matthew, and today we're going to Flavor Town. That's right, we're going to Vegas. Ah, look at that. So nice. Alrighty, let's go. Oh, you thought we were going inside. Ooh, no. We have Flavor Town at home. That's right, eat up. Open wide, it's yummy. The thing that tipped me off to dive into this topic, you could say, is a bit of spite, envy. People on TikTok can cook really well. They are on a whole nother league. If this was baseball, the scouts aren't even gonna pick me up. If this was The Bachelorette, I would never have been cast. What I'm trying to say is I am not the best cook. It is something that I want to work on and partially the reason for this video. For those of you who aren't familiar with the cooking scene on TikTok, you might be wondering, how crazy does this get? Well, let's dive head first. I don't know what those hand movements are, but also, there could probably be a whole montage of the weird stuff I do with my hands. I might have to cut that out. That sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Oh, already okay. I'm making it worse. I don't even know what those sticks are. Can we get a quick fact check on that? Editor Matthew, what on earth was that? It looked like bread. I don't think it's like dangerous. It looked like bread. I don't know if you get that at the grocery store, Whole Foods, or maybe it's like a special order from some like Amish family that only grows that specific type of bread. This is interesting. This is new. This is where we're gonna bond with this experience. You're gonna understand why I'm so intimidated by all this cooking. You might not relate, but I'm hoping you can understand so much. Like, it looks like a soup. How do we get that color? How do we get that color? One has to ask, is the bar for this you have to go outside? Cooking at home is hard enough. If I have to go find a peaceful place in nature, I'm gonna call it quits. Like, there's no way. Throw a trick shot in there. Like, I don't even know if it's safe to wash like the vegetables in that pond. Can we, like, don't you have to treat the water or something? That could just be full of like bass. And might I say, the video is already 1 minute and 30 seconds long. How long am I gonna be out here? Do we get to see the sun rise and set in this video? Hold up. The most important thing we have to talk about, I am not shaming any of these chefs. These people are artists. Like this guy, he's just messing around. He's having fun with it. Please don't send ill will. This is all for fun. These people are very talented and deserve the respect of their craft. But these facts alone don't stop the jealousy from boiling over. Do I say I'm gonna make my own tortillas? Yes, but then I give up, go to the store, and I just buy the uncooked ones, so I get half the experience, you know? Maybe I have commitment issues. That could be the issue with this. Okay. We're off to a bad start. If I have to waterboard or butterboard my food, oil board, I'm giving up. I'm throwing the towel. The amount of love and care that are going into these taters. Oh, okay, we did not need that. What the? But the talent that is going into these potatoes it's what they always wanted. Like every potato that was grown in the medieval ages was just praying that they could get to this like level of love and care. What are we? Like, again, these people are doing incredible things. But like for me, when I see it, it's like, I'm not watering my bread. Like my goal is already to have as little liquids touch my bread. I don't like soggy shit. But this is someone who is way above my craft. Like, does it look terrible? No, it's just like a bunch of fixins. I would cook it way more than that. That's because I'm not a real man. I prefer my steaks medium well or well done. Well, I'll be happy with well done. Oh my gosh, so aggressive. Also, who am I feeding? Three roommates. I'm gonna have to invite my family, Emma's family. I can't invite my brother's family because they're already invited. Also, like, what is the intention with this? Am I trying to get as drunk as possible? I wouldn't be upset by this meal. Like, the broth would be gone, but also, what is the goal of this meal? Besides filling my belly. Like, it looks incredible. Oh my God, I would love this. Oh my gosh, Nara Smith. She's probably the key reason why this video is being made. People like her just blow me out of the water. They knock me out of my socks. Everything she does is just from scratch. Nara Smith is the type of person where if her kids wanted pancakes, she would grow wheat in her backyard, harvest it in the fall, grind it up in the mill, turn that flour into pancakes. And then she would find a tree, tap it for sap, turn the sap sweet. I don't know how that process happens. That is not in Manor Lords. I have not covered that yet. But she makes such beautiful meals all from scratch. If there is anyone who deserves the least amount of hate, no one deserves hate. Those look like maggots. No one deserves hate. She is like a true artist, it feels like. Let's go to the channel. Let's go to the channel. What's happening with these apples? Right now, guess in the comments, what's happening with these apples? Chat, were those apples? Okay. There's a hashtag potato and I was like, okay, I already f***ed up. But nonetheless, combines the concoction she's whipped up. Where's the apples? Did I miss the apples? Okay, we found them. We found the apples. All credit to the chef. That looks phenomenal. I'm gonna try and find all these people on Instagram and link them in the description. So please go follow them, show them support. So there was plenty of examples of people that go above and beyond for their cooking. At least in my world, it feels like above and beyond. It could be nothing for them. And this ties back into that resentment. There's a lot of self-hatred when I see these videos. Wish I was good enough. But I know, I will not put that effort in. I'm sorry, I will not waterboard my steak. Butterboard, I'm sorry, we created this new terminology. It's a family thing, family trademark. Something that I was gonna try and do is have like the flip where I show you guys like people cooking the way I cook. I was gonna be gassing them up, I was gonna be slapping their ass, telling them good job, but I guess no one wants to post that. One could say that people wanna post something that they're proud of on the internet and not something that anyone else could do. When it comes to the stuff that I cook, my like go-tos are gonna be quesadillas, chili nachos. If you're disgusted by that, I'm disgusted by you. Just kidding, I love you, we're family. But also a little bit of resentment. The only like go-to meal that Emma and I have right now, we have this crock pot chicken taco recipe that is phenomenal. That's like the only thing that we have that's like solid. Emma has her recipes, I have no recipes. Also, a quick side note, I know not all those meals were like the hardest thing to make. I gotta emphasize, I'm a lazy chef. So a good question to ask is there a middle ground? Do we have a place in between the lazy chef that I am and these people on TikTok that are putting in so much effort to make these beautiful meals? And the answer is yes. I've decided that there is a middle ground, and that middle ground is meal prepping. The nice thing with meal prepping is, yes, you have to put in a decent amount of effort for these meals, but there is a big reward for that, where you have food for your week, your work week, or meals at home. It's so easy to find these things. From the looks of it, looks like this creator has a series, which that's common with a lot of creators. They'll have a lot of meal prepping series, which that helps me and you. Something we're going to focus on is Stealth Health. Stealth Health has a ton of playlists with a ton of meal prepping series and just other cooking recipes that he's done and shown for us. Now, I'll say it right now. We know what our eyes are telling us. We have a handsome man right here, or a handsome person. Either way, you get lost in those eyes. Like, wow. Not only are you getting dinner, but you have eye candy for dessert. Looks like we have a high protein pizza. I can just buy a lean cuisine and get the same effect, but I'm guessing this tastes way better. Oh, okay, he's making his own dough. He's making his own dough! Oh, that looks so good. Oh my gosh. Quick side story. I was at the Mall of America with Emma and we were at Popeyes. I was getting just like a chicken sandwich and I wanted honey and hot sauce. The worker was very upset that I wanted that and told me that I was not allowed to have honey, but that he can give me hot sauce. And I was like, I'll buy the honey. I'd like, just give me the honey and the hot sauce. Like whatever I got to do to get it, I will do it. I've gotten it at every other Popeyes I've been to, no issues, but this guy was very much against that. Like I don't know how people make stuff look this easy. We're stepping back into like the anger pit. I have struggled so much to be able to like bread chicken in a way that actually looks decent. And like he literally just crushes up cornflakes, throws the chicken at it, and then it looks beautiful. Like, am I being mocked? He doesn't think I can do it. I don't think he believes in me. I don't think he believes in me one bit. Doesn't think I can make something that beautiful and perfect. I don't either, but maybe he doesn't think I have the chops, huh? I want to think that if I did the same thing, I'd have the same result, but I can't guarantee that. Somehow, we would have chickened cornflakes. It'd be chicken cooked on top of the cornflakes. It would have flipped around, turned inside out. Now to change moods, let's talk about what I like. One of my favorite things is Stealth Health's crock pot recipes. If you've ever done slow cooker recipes or crock pot recipes, however you know it, they are generally very, very simple. A lot of the times you just need to get the ingredients together, throw them in there, and you're good. Like queso chicken mac and cheese. What do y'all think goes into this? How many steps do you think are in this process? Let's count. We're gonna count together, and I'm gonna count in a way that you guys might not agree with. 1, you got all your fruit, you chopped it up. That's 2 steps. Okay, chicken, chopped up the chicken. We got all of your ingredients. You gotta boil your noodles. Hold up, did I get lost? I think I got lost. There might have been like 10 steps in there. But if we want to cut back to that guy in the woods, there was a lot more than 10 steps. I promise you that. Please don't fact check it. Actually, please do. Butter chicken. This is definitely saved in my phone. Butter, cut up onions, mix that shit, some tomato, some other paste, put a bunch of ingredients in, more ingredients, some stuff from a can, which literally means no measuring, just dump it, blend it, put it with your chicken. That is so easy. I'm enamored. I'm like drawn in. I'm in gamer position right now. I'm locked in. Honey chipotle chicken bowl. Pay attention to this meal, chat. It's gonna be important. You might be able to guess why. Simple stuff. Great result. Like it just rips apart. You don't have to do that much for this. It's so simple. Just get some fixins, some like sour cream, pico de gallo, and you're good. So this right here, this is gonna be our winner. As it is tradition on this channel, we're gonna actually be diving in and getting our hands on this meal prepping action. Because I personally think there's a lot of benefits to meal prepping. I haven't looked into it yet, but that's for after the cooking portion. For the longest time now, I've wanted to get better at just cooking regularly, having at least like one day of the week where I put in this amount of effort to just make something for me and Emma, because there's so much benefit for not that much effort. With meal prepping, you get food for like a week, and that's if you're eating it every night. If you're not, you want to make sure you like store it properly, but still, I feel like there's a lot of benefits when it comes to meal prepping, which is why we're going to be dipping our toes in. So I'm going to lay out to you guys what's going to happen in this next part of the video. I'm going to make the chipotle chicken, and then I'm going to review the chipotle chicken. Pretty easy. We'll see how it goes cooking, and most importantly, we'll see how it tastes. Not just the day of, but also like after the fact. How does it like reheat? Because I feel like when it comes to a meal prep, that reheat value is essential. Anyways, guys, that's what's going to happen next. Let's go over into the kitchen. Peace. Alrighty, gamies and gamettes, we have all of our ingredients laid out before us for our honey chipotle chicken. I will say, I'm very excited for this. This is a video that I've been looking forward to this for a good while now. The excuse to make good food is always welcomed and appreciated. We have, of course, our chicken thighs. We have our orange juice, chipotle peppers, soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, minced garlic, our array of various seasonings, the honey, olive oil, and then cilantro stems. This is the cilantro bush. I'm guessing that's what you'd refer to it as. We got the stems right over here. A quick thanks to Emma for preparing all the ingredients. She measured out, got everything set and prepped for the video, so quick shout out to Emma. And I guess we just hop into it. Luckily, as you guys saw from the TikTok, there's not much rocket science with this. It's just pouring stuff into the blender, blending it, putting in the crock pot. When you see the videos and they just have stacks and stacks of Tupperware, it's intimidating, but I promise you, this was very easy. Actually, Emma, was this very easy?
Yes.
You heard it here first, folks. Alrighty, let's meal prep.
I was gonna say, just let the honey pour. Look at that chemistry happening.
How much of the honey do I need to be anal?
I think it's probably good.
I said Stealth Health did not teach me this. Or maybe I got distracted in his eyes. You're trusting the process today.
Trust that process. Looks kind of gross, honestly. Woo!
Oh, you smell that.
It's where the chipotle and the honey chipotle come from.
Now you know where our spoons are. As family, you should know where the spoons are.
Just the cilantro stems behind you. And chat, the part I'm most nervous for.
Getting real soapy.
So something that I probably shouldn't talk about, but I'm going to anyways because as we all know, what is truly cringe is the fear of being cringe. I used the wrong container for blending, and instead of go and find the blender that is for that container, which clearly is in my house, I decided to make more dishes for myself. So that's just to explain that for you guys. I'm what you would call a silly goose, professionally.
Bada bing, bada boom. Not us outing ourselves as Disney adults.
A handyman.
All this chicken.
Look at all those chickens.
Sweet. Alrighty, well, we're gonna let this cook, and we're gonna cut to when it's done cooking and after we've already eaten it, so we can give you a proper review.
Alrighty everyone, it's been plenty of time since we've had the chicken. Not only have I had time to taste the chicken, but I've had time to reflect the chicken. So start with the initial taste. The flavor of this honey chipotle chicken is so good. It felt like it could be a meal at a favorite restaurant. It's perfectly savory, sweet, an amazing amount of spice. It's not too spicy. For those of you who are afraid of spice, don't worry. It's like medium spice, but like a legit medium, not like a Taco Bell medium. It was the perfect combination of seasonings, and I could not have been more happy. So some things that I did learn. An issue that I made was you want to make sure that you have enough time when you're making this. I cooked it on the high settings, which is 2 to 3 hours, but at the end of that 3 hours, the chicken wasn't shredding apart quite right. So it took like another 30 to 45 minutes before we could actually start tearing it apart. So if I had any recommendations, I would say cook it on low settings and make sure you have plenty of time. This is easy, but remember, for your first go around, you might not be the best with time management. On a more positive note, adding things to this is just amazing. It takes it to a whole nother level. Flavor is strong enough to where if you add things like sour cream, pico de gallo, anything else, it doesn't take away from the chicken. You can still get that flavor with the added benefit of like whatever mixins you added. So obviously the first taste is important, but what's more important is going to be that reheat value. Whether it's in the oven, microwave, air fryer, this reheat's amazing. Because the chicken's sitting in a marinade, you get to keep that flavor for future meals, which speaking of future meals, there is a lot of versatility with this. Whether it's the rice bowls we talked about or quesadillas, nachos, tacos, you name it. There's so much you could do. The mind's the limit at this point. So would I recommend this? Absolutely. 100% I would recommend this. It's easy and I feel like you guys are gonna love it. For the ingredients, I found everything at a grocery store on top of already having some ingredients at the house, which just made things easier all around. But if that wasn't enough convincing, I got some information that might push you over the fence. That's right, we're at the research part of the video. So with our journey to knowledge, we're gonna start out with our friend, the NIH, who although their end may feel near, they're still here to bring us the facts. You can probably tell from the title, but we're gonna start with the physical benefits of meal prepping, because I feel like with meal prepping, the physical benefits are gonna be some of the most highlighted, because it opens the door for people to not only take control of what they're eating for the day, but for the week. This article goes over not only the dietary benefits with it mentioning increased food variety, where people can have a better balance with what they're eating in contrast of eating too much carbs or too much sodium. And on top of a balanced meal, it talks about how this addresses some time scarcity issues where I know a lot of people deal with this, me included. A lot of the times what takes us away from making a big meal is just what we have to put into it, the time we have to put into making beef stroganoff or whatever else Gordon Ramsay's making.
I'm ready to die and go to heaven.
It seems daunting, but when you have something like a crock pot meal, something that you just throw ingredients in, and then you have food for a day, a week, a month, hopefully not a month, unless you have a really big crock pot. The NIH also has an article from Laura and Kimberly that breaks down a lot of the information around meal prepping with nutritional benefits to different food groups, tips on making cooking easier, an actual recipe that's featured, ingredients, instructions, challenges, ways you can like improve the meal if you want to go above and beyond. Like it's great. It has everything that you'll need. And I'll say this, all of these articles, all the links that I'm showing you guys, those will all be in a like Google hyperlink with where you can find them. I'm gonna get you guys that info. Trust me on that. Just gonna focus right here for future Matthew, just in case he wants to make this meal. You're welcome, Matthew. and the viewers. Just in case we lose this, we'll just do a quick little low scroll by, everyone. We don't know how much longer we have this information, so suck it in while we got it. So you guys may have noticed this kind of leads into the topic of setting goals and the overall benefits of having structure in your life. And something I want to talk about first is this article from the Frontiers, and it talks about how setting big goals, like either goals with unrealistic time constraints or overly physical constraints, talks about how these goals can actually have a negative effect that is not only short-term but long-term. If you or your employer or whoever is setting these goals keep setting that flagpole too far and you keep falling short, you're gonna think about that. You're gonna feel like a failure over and over again. And that's something that affects, yeah, your short-term day. Long-term, your self-esteem can plummet.
Hello, quick editor's note. Just want to add some context for why I'm going into setting goals. I feel like it's important to have a realistic starting point, and in my opinion, I feel like meal prepping is that starting point if you're wanting to make cooking a part of your daily routine or just incorporate it into your life in some way. I personally feel like it's a good place to start that won't be too overwhelming. I have some more stuff linked in the description around short-term goals. But yes, that is all. Back to the video.
And something that I'm gonna touch on real quick. As you guys know, I love the NIH, and currently there is a lot of defunding going on in the US government, and the NIH has been someone who's affected by that. Things are going crazy at a pretty rapid rate with all the craziness going on. I just want to make sure everyone is just taking the time to live, enjoy life with all that's going on. Sometimes we get caught up in the noise, but don't forget to stop, smell the roses when you can, and keep going. Oh, okay. That was sad. Meal prepping. Meal prepping. And guys, we are not going to get through this video without watching some more TikToks. That's right. Now that TikTok is unbanned, there is nothing holding me back from going balls to the wall with my TikTok content. I'm now going to be an only TikTok creator. I'm going to only post reactions. Every video is going to be just one TikTok, and I'm going to be drooling from my mouth. It's going to be great. No commentary. I'm going to emphasize no commentary. But on a serious note, these videos are going to be complete flip from what we were watching. Before, we were watching people make these beautiful meals, where now we're going to be seeing people make garbage. I'm joking. No, we're gonna be watching people that are making very simple meals that aren't as much meal prepping, but that can be for everyday use. Because if there's anything I want to leave you with, it's not only the information to meal prep, the research behind it, but I want to give you guys also some information behind just simple meals, because I know that's what at the end of the day we all need. We're coming home late from something, we're exhausted from a work day. It's nice to have something that you can make within like 5 to 10 minutes. And I should emphasize, not every single one of these is going to be 5 to 10 minutes, but they're all simple, low ingredients that you'll love it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Let me know if you love it. I'll stop blabbering. Let's hop into this.
Cheap meals, extra nutrition, semen.
Oh, you know what? I will deal with it. I will.
Next, onion.
See, in a bag from the store, you just gotta go find it. Just go find that. See, that's 2 things you just gotta go pick up at the store. Most of us have eggs. Boom. See, that was so easy. That was so easy. And most of that was just stuff out of a bag that he poured into a pan. And look at the end result. It's beautiful. And if you don't like edamame for your protein, you can get frozen chicken that you can just dump out of a bag into the pan. This is actually something that my brother has talked a lot about. He's a big fan of meals that are very simple, but also effective. Midwest meals.
Gave him a toss.
That's just basic seasoning for your potatoes. If you want your potatoes to taste good after you cook them in the oven or air fryer, I do them in the air fryer. You need seasoning. Easy. I'm scared to do butter in the pan. I don't want it to burn. Guys, what am I about to say? Grocery store bought. Easy. I know grocery stores are getting more expensive right now. We don't got to talk about it. On a kettle too. My goodness, that's on a bonus points. It just looks so good. It looks so good. But I'll show you guys the final product of these. Bam. You can make this easy. This guy calls it a broke AF meal. He doesn't say AF though, if you know what I mean. Cheesy, pizza, air fryer stuff, pepperonis, little tiny pepperonis. But boom, see, that looks incredible. Alrighty, see, this video right here is, I don't know how to describe it, but like the pinnacle of rationale for why TikTok is so necessary and why it's been so beneficial for people. And luckily it relates to meal prepping.
There's this lady on here that shows people how they can make Dollar Tree meals to help people who are struggling financially. And I want her to know that her videos are helping people. Went to the dollar store tonight to get some canned vegetables, and this woman pulled up next to me whenever I was going in, and she had 3 little kids with her. And later on in the store, as I'm walking around, I walk past her on the same aisle, and I see She has all the ingredients that Dollar Tree meal lady has. Yeah, we ended up having a really good conversation, and she said that for Thanksgiving this year, she was just gonna do like frozen meals or something, but she said because of those videos that she's actually gonna be able to give her kids like a real Thanksgiving dinner, and her kids are excited for it. So yeah, the Dollar Tree meal lady is a wholesome creator, and I want her to know that her videos do help people because I saw a real life example of it.
TikTok boom. Okay. That video always gets me emotional, but I was ripped. I was ripped clean out. Emotional state, nutrified. Nullified, I'm plateaued on an even space. But I want to get real for a second. When I saw that video, it really affected me because I was already in the process of making this video, and I was talking with Emma, letting her know that I'm looking for different meal prepping videos and that just for her to keep her eyes out for anything good. To have this example, just it really shows not only how much people are in need, but how important it is to give out a helping hand. There are people who are struggling all over because of a large number of circumstances, whether it's due to financial reasons, whether it's due to being born into a horrible situation. The reasons are endless. I feel like for those who want to try and give those in their life the world, they want to try and give those in their life everything, because that's what sometimes shown in the world is to give love, you have to give a thing, you have to give a tangible item, where some people, they don't have the resources for that. But when you have people that are putting in that time, putting in the energy to make a guide, an outline on how to make a very nice, high quality, good tasting meal on a very realistic budget, it speaks volumes. Let's take something like doing the dishes. There is plenty of people where if you go on TikTok and search how to do the dishes, they show you how to do the dishes. Like they give you their own method of how they break it down, how they compartmentalize it in their head, which can be helpful for you, cannot be helpful for you. But that's why you can go and look at a whole bunch of different people that have their own different tips, because like with setting goals, we're all complex in the sense that we can't just have a one size fits solution. There's a little bit of like versatility to every single one of us in terms of like mental health or behavioral health. It takes going around and trying different things to see what fits you. And just in case you don't want to learn how to do dishes from some average human, you can learn from Master Chief himself.
Listen up, Spartan. You faced down the Flood, the Covenant, and the Prometheans. But have you ever taken on a challenge as daunting as a sink full of dirty dishes? And don't forget, Spartan, cleanliness is next to godliness.
If you guys needed any more convincing, that should have been the stamp of approval. In all seriousness, that video actually has like a bunch of fun, helpful tips. But family, this has been the next step on our journey to create more structure in our life. I want not only the best for you guys, but for myself. I want all of us to be able to live a more healthy, a more happy life. I genuinely feel like meal prepping would be a benefit for all of us, whether it's just one day of the month, one day every 2 months. Having something that not only tastes amazing, but doesn't take too much time out of your day is going to give you a lot of time back. And not only that, but gonna help all of us be a little bit healthier. And guys, that's the video. What are your thoughts? Have you tried meal prepping before? Do you think you're gonna try meal prepping now? If so, is it gonna be the honey chipotle chicken? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys liked what you saw, please don't forget to like the video. And if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. If you subscribe, you automatically get added to the family Discord, where we share the most top secret, high quality family recipes that have been passed down from generations all the way back to Adam and Eve, guys. So if you don't want to miss out on that goodness, you know what to do. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. No, maybe I could get a second chance. Second chance to prove myself. He doesn't think I can do it. Like, am I being mocked? Chance to eat a chicken sandwich without feeling judged, without feeling hated on.
Maybe he doesn't think I have the chops. One thing that if I did the same thing, I'd have the same result. But I can't guarantee that.
It'd be chicken cooked on top of the cornflakes. It would have flipped around, turned inside out. We're doing it.
pieces.